ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents the Adamson Lady Falcons,
Pounded off that
the Ateneo Lady Eagles, the De La Salle Lady Spikers, the FEU Lady Camaras, the UP Lady Maroons,
6-5 is the score ng Bangkok.
the UU Lady Warriors,
Nebrida with that off.
the UST Tigresses, the NU Lady Bulldogs. This is the UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball Tournament.
Welcome once again to this exclusive ABS-CBN Sports coverage of the UAAP. It is Season 75 of the Women's Volleyball Tournament as we are greeting you live from the arena in San Juan City. The University of the East searches for its first win of the season as it takes on the University of Santo Tomas, and following that contest, we have the defending champions De La Salle University in action against the extremely tough Adamson University Lady Falcons. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa Studio 23. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, and joining me to break down this first game between UST and UE, we have Moti Ravena.
Good afternoon, Anton, and good afternoon, as usual, to the many volleyball fans out there.
Thank you so much for continuing to support the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Now, Moti, UE is no longer eligible to make the Final Four, having lost 9 games already this season, while UST, on the other hand, as we will see in our team standings, is currently on the outside looking in to the Final Four picture.
That is actually why we are worried about this game, because UST is having a roller coaster ride in this tournament so far with 5 and 4, and tama ka on nasa 5th, no? But they still have, after this game, they still have 4 more games, but 4 important, even this one, so 5 important games for UST if they want to make it in the Final Four.
Of course, UST would like to match the record of FEU with a win today against the University of the East. That is something that they did against the Lady Warriors in their first round meeting. UST defeated UE 3-0 in a game wherein Marupa Natikla sat out because of an illness.
That's right, Anton. And UE in that game, in spite of losing straight sets, they really fought it out against UST. It was an exciting 3-setter for these two squads. And akala nga natin na UE would get at least a set against UST, but UST pulling it through, getting it in 3. And that is what they need, that confidence in this game.
UE actually started off the year on the right foot. Look at the scoring of the Lady Warriors. They were already scoring in the 20s. So may improvement as compared to last year. But after this game, Moti, they kind of took a step back again.
That's right. And look at the spike outputs of UST with 41. Not bad for UE having 34. Pero dito talaga nagkaroon ng problema with the blocking situation. When the blocking department for UST was just too much for the UE Lady Warriors.
UE continues to struggle here in UAAP Season 75, but they shouldn't play with pressure anymore because they have nothing to lose. What they should do is try to focus on the future. No player on this UE team is graduating, so magsasama-sama pa rin sila come Season 76, but in their last game against Adamson University, they lost again in straight sets.
Well, your first line, no pressure. Yan ang nakakatakot really against UST. Kasi wala nang pressure to UA. And we know that UST is once again talagang up and down like a roller coaster ride in this tournament. Hindi mo alam kung today, is it the up UST or the down UST? And in that game against Adamson, look at UE. Yun nga yung sabi mo, after that game against UST, hindi na masyadong nakapaglaro ng maayos ang UE. Look at the scores of UE in that game. Another 3-setter for against the Adamson Lady Falcons.
Let's take a look at the statistics of that game. Adamson still dominating almost every statistical category.
That's right. Then look at the spike output of Adamson. 40 against the only 21 of the Lady Warriors. Hindi katulad ng USD. Halos hindi masyadong malayo yung gap. But this time, it was really a big gap. And Adamson took it away early against against UE.
I mentioned mostly about the future of UE. They will still have team captain Lucette Dawes, of course, Faith Bulan, she's an Ibrida, and then their two new rookies, Christine Morales and Jan Manansala. But third-year player Madel Guevara has been a spark for UE off the bench. She's only in her third year, as I mentioned, so she will still be part of the team, eligible to play in the UAAP for 2 more years. And in the last game, she had a good performance.
And you know, Anton, this UE squad, maraming ang bago rito. And ang maganda lang is you can see that they're a fighting team also, just like you. Alam mo, there is a future. And this is a learning experience for them, as you've said. And they will take a lot from season 75 and bring it to season 76 and expect a much stronger UE in that season.
Well, let's see if Madel Guevara can continue her strong showing here in today's game against UST. We are also joined by the third member of our broadcast team, Judy Saril. As earlier today, she had a chance to speak with Madel Guevara.
Madel, in your last game against Adamson, isa ka talaga sa mga player na nagtrabaho. Ano ba yung nag-push sa'yo para magbigay ng puntos para sa Lady Warriors?
Since po, Pinoy 6 na po ako ni Coach ngayong second round. So, gagawin ko po yung makakaya ko at yun, pinamis ko po sa sarili ko na since fourth year na po ako ngayon, mag-aambag po ako sa team namin.
Dahil nga hanggang ngayon hindi pa rin kayo nakakaroon ng panalo, ano ba yung saan kayo kumukuha ng lakas para maglaro pa rin?
Nagtitiwala pa din po kami sa sarili namin na makakapanalo po kami ngayon. So, gagawin po namin lahat para at least makapanalo po kami ngayong before po matapos yung season.
So thank you, Madel. Good luck. Back to you, Anton and Mosey.
Well, UE still has a chance to try and match the 4 wins that they tallied in last year's UAP season. So let's see if they can start doing that today against UST. And speaking of UST, of course, they are the only team to have scored a win against defending champion De La Salle University this year, winning in their opening match in UAP season 75, 3-2. However, in the second round meeting, nakabawi ang La Salle and UST lost in straight sets.
Bawi big time really was what happened in that game. 3-setter against De La Salle, and De La Salle just proved to be the champion last year, back-to-back champions that they are. And look at the numbers here. In the first set, it was really, really close, and look at the dip. After that, 15 points only for UST, and even in the third set, no recovery, no remedy. 19 points only in the third set. Not the UST we know. And look at the spikes of De La Salle, 34 against the 27 of UST. Pero ito ang big number dyan. 15 blocks for De La Salle. Once again, of course, they're the top blocking team. But UST, you know from experience, nalalaban dapat sila. But in this game, 10 more blocks for De La Salle. Just too many.
Well, if we are going to compare the performance of the UST players in the first round meeting and in the second round meeting, in the first round, Mosey, there were 4 players who scored in double digits. Second round meeting, none. Absolutely
Wala.
nobody from the UST side scored in double digits. And their graduating middle hitter, Micah Ortiz, was tamed in that game. She only had 4 points.
Well, that is really a surprise for all the fans out there, especially yung fans ng UST. Why? Because they really thought Micah would bring UST in this season. Hindi lang game, this season, because we know that it's the last year for Micah. But in that game, really disappointing against DLSU. Limited to only 4 points. You know, we would understand that the blocking was there for DLSU. They're the #1 top blocking team in the tournament. But you are a veteran. You are Micah Ortiz with a lot of variety in your mga spikes. Saka yung running hit niya has been so familiar to us. And has been working for them. But in that game, it's either talagang nabantayan lang siya. But still, we expect much more from this big girl.
Well, let's see how Micah Ortiz will bounce back in today's game against UE. As earlier today, Selena Dagdag had a chance to catch up with Micah. Let's listen in on that interview.
So, Micah, matanong kita, kamusta na kayo pagkatapos ng laro nyo laban sa Lasal?
Okay naman po kami ngayon. Nagre-recover ulit kami na kulang po talaga sa amin is enjoyment talaga ngayon. Talagang pinupush namin ngayon. Kailangan namin manalo na talaga for this second round. And sa mga remaining games namin. Ayun po.
So, having said that, Micah, sa tingin mo, ano yung mga pagkukulang at pagkakamali na dinanas ng team nyo nang nilabanan nyo yung Lady Archers ng nakaraang linggo?
Like what I said po, talagang nawalan po kami ng enjoyment. Talagang sobrang nawala po talaga yon. So, kailangan namin ibalik ulit yon. And kasi, di ba, previous game namin sa Lasal nung round 1, sobrang ang saya namin. Pero ngayon, kailangan namin ibalik ulit yon.
Sana talaga makita namin yung enjoyment ulit na yon. Tsaka good luck sa game niya ulit mamaya, Micah. Back to you, Mosey and Danton.
The bottom line for any team, or for both these teams that will be playing today, they just have to have fun on the court.
Yes, happy volleyball lang always. And we know that USC really plays well when they're parang joyful inside the court. But tama siya in that game, parang very serious. So let's see against UE kung mababalik nila yan, smile sa faces nila.
Let's see if Coach Boy will end up with a smile on his very serious face right now at the end of this game, as he will take on Coach Oji Mamon, drawing up some plays on the sidelines, looking serious. So keep it right here on Studio 23, because when we come back, it will be UST against UE, only here, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports.
This is the UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball Tournament. UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant Wednesday afternoon from the Philadelphia Flying V Arena here in San Juan as we bring you match number 39 in the Women's Volleyball Tournament of Season 75 UAAP. Officiating this match, our first referee, Buboy Rojas, National Referee. Our second referee, Rolly Casillan, National Referee. Now let's meet the starters for the UE Lady Warriors. Number 10, Serena Bulan. Number 1, Grace Masangkay. Number 16, Captain Lucette Dawes. Number 5, Shisa Nebrida. Number 7, Madel Guevara. Number 11, Christine Miralles. Their libero, number 12, Pia Sarmiento. And the head coach of the Lady Warriors, Boy Dalistan. And now, let's meet the starters for the UST Tigresses. Number 14, Lauren Lundin. Number 11, team captain, Judy Cavallejo. Number 7, Micah Ortiz. Number 8, Carmela Tunay. Number 9, Maru Banatikla. Number 15, Jessie De Leon. Their libero, number 12, Dancel Dusaras. And head coach of the Tigresses, Ochi Mamon.
Well, the UST Tigresses certainly look like they're ready to have an enjoyable game this afternoon. Live from the arena in San Juan City. I'd like to correct myself. Just verified with my notes, Madel Guevara is in her 4th year for the University of the East. So there are the starters on your screens. Now UE 0-9, still trying to get that first win of the year. They can no longer make it to the Final Four because they only have 5 games remaining on the schedule, including this one. So even if they win all their games and get 5 wins, it is still not going to be enough to make the Final Four.
Because there's actually 2 teams now at 6
Yeah.
wins. So
Now, the mission of UST in this game is to try and match one of those two teams with 6 wins. That is FEU with a 6-4 record. What a turnaround for FEU, Mosey.
Well, alam mo, I'm not surprised because it's Coach Kid Santos behind them. So, hindi naman dun sa mga talagang matatagal na sa volleyball, hindi ganun ka-surprising yung turnaround ng FEU.
And we are underway. UE versus UST as we continue our second round of eliminations.
Nebrida getting that first score via that off the block hit.
LaSalle and Adamson will see action also following this contest. That should be a good matchup. Adamson right now at 6-3, hoping to match Ateneo's 7-3 record with a win today against LaSalle.
Really important games ahead. Even this game is very important because, you know, kung maging spoiler pang UE dito, UST will really be in trouble.
And there have been several games wherein UST has looked shaky and that they let their guard down. There's that running spike that you were mentioning a while ago, Mosey. Perhaps we will see a lot of that this afternoon. Let's go now to Selena Dagdag with his courtside update on the side of UST.
Well, Anton and Mosey, kanina nakausap ko si Coach Audrey sa loob ng dugout. At ang sabi niya sa akin, okay na daw sila pagkatapos ng pagkatalo nila sa LaSalle. What he's trying to do now is boost the team's morale. Coach also pointed out na kailangan pa nila ng 5 panalo. And this is the very reason why they have been tailoring their practices to optimize their performance, particularly as regards to their counterattacks. Lastly, Coach Audrey pointed out that at this point of the game, nagpapantay-pantay na ang kupunan. Kaya ang kailangan gawin ng Tigresses ay magpaganda ng gising, kondisyon at pag-iisip pagpasok sa laro. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. So, Coach Audrey wants 5 more wins. That's what he said. He needs 5 more wins. So that means he wants his team to sweep the remaining schedule.
All the remaining games. Well, if you really want to lock and secure yung spot dun sa Final Four, I think that should really be your goal.
But looking up ahead at the schedule of UST, though, they still have to play the likes of Adamson, NU, FEU, and Ateneo. So a very, very tough task ahead for UST, and they have to start with a win today against UE. Let's go now to Judy Sarah.
Anton and Mosey, before the game started, they had a chance to talk to Lucette Davis. And according to her, giving up is not their thing. As the captain of the Lady Warriors, she told me that she needs to be strong and have that positive energy in every game in order for her to motivate her teammates. Sabi niya, bawal malungkot ng matagal. Dapat pagkatapos ng isang game na talo, sa next game di na dapat dalhin yung mabigat na pakiramdam na yun. At gaya ng ibang team, goal pa din ng Lady Warriors na makakuha ng panalo. Dagdag nga ni Davis kanina, di pa naman tapos ang season, kaya walang dahilan para tumigil kami, lalo na sa bagay na gusto at mahal namin gawin. Diin pa niya, Warriors kami, lumalaban hanggang huli. Anton?
Thank you, Judy, for that report. Well, Coach Boy's goal for the team was to improve on last year's record, which was 4 wins and 10 defeats. They can still do that, but they have to sweep everything.
Yep, another Herculean task for the Lady Warriors, but mathematically possible pa rin. And tama si Coach Boy, no? Especially that volleyball is in a rally point system. Sa kanya nga, dapat daw kalimutan na after yung losing a game. Dito, hindi nga dapat a game, a point, diba? Because it's really quick. Kailangan kalimutan na kagad din bawi.
And sometimes when you lose a hard-fought set, that's when you can really see the true character of a team and how strong that character is. UST coming off a very hard-fought game against LaSalle. A hard-fought first set. They almost had it. It went to the extension, but LaSalle eventually took it away. And that really hurt UST in the remaining 2 sets. They couldn't bounce back.
And that was also a test of character for them. Wala no? After losing the first set, they weren't able to recover. Wala. Parang kahit na nga konting parang band-aid remedy, nothing coming from UST. So something they really have to address and find kung ano ba really what's the root of the problem because patapos na tong second round.
Well, one of the reasons why UST has been struggling was Maru Banatikla has not been herself here this season, Mosey. Remember the first round meeting between these two teams, Maru did not play. As we take a look at this, Shakey's fast serve brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza. Banatikla looking like herself there, and she has to come back to her former self, that high-scoring Maru Banatikla that we've seen since her rookie year.
Well, the expectation really is on the shoulders of Banatikla and Caballejo in this tournament. So, kung mawala pa yung isa, lalo na si Micah Ortiz struggling, dapat silang tatlo talaga will carry the load for UST. So, kung dapat nagkiklik at least two of the three, diba? So, kailangan yung mental aspect ng tatlong to, mag-level up na sila, diba? And I'm sure si Coach Oji and si Coach Villet would remind them all the time.
There has to be a sense of urgency on the side of UST because Ortiz and Caballejo will be graduating after this season.
And again, they're in an unfamiliar territory. They're looking in the Final Four. They're in 5th place.
Caballejo goes cross-court, gets the point, ties it up at 7. The USD has been having this problem also this season, wherein once they get a comfortable lead, they let their guard down, particularly in that last game against UP in the second round, where the Fighting Maroons, Lady Maroons, were able to take a set from USD. Right now, Tigers is on top by 1. Keep it right here on Studio 23 for more women's volleyball action brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Welcome back to our exclusive ABS-CBN Sports coverage. UAAP Season 75 women's volleyball action brought to you from inside the arena in San Juan. UST versus UE. Lady Warriors still looking for that elusive first win. Masangkay sets it up to the back row. Nebrida, a rare back row hit for UE. Ortiz finds the open spot.
Look at that drop ball coming from UST. One thing they should consider, ang UE has great floor defense. So, kailangan makita nila yung mga open areas ng UE. Bulat, giving one back to the Lady Tigresses.
Take a look at it one more time. Back set by Masangkay. She saw the double block there. Nobody behind to cover that one. So, point for Faith Bulan. Going to be a free ball for UE. Masangkay sets it up for Shisa Nebrida. Lantin goes to the open hit for Caballejo.
Oh, not enough power to set it across.
10-8. USD on top. Lauren Lantin taking over from Rhea de Mocolangan at the very difficult setter position for USD.
Shoes to fill.
How would you assess her performance, though, so far here, taking over from Rhea's job?
Well, Lantin is si Lauren. She's very safe. What you want about her, percentage-wise, as she gets an ace, yung very safe siya. Hindi siya masyado nagtatapon ng bola. And you like that. But in some games, she will have to risk it.
Saw that Shakey's fast serve brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza. That's Lantin with the service.
Bakit kinakailangan ka pupunta pa ng sagaran doon? Hindi, tama lang yun. Ibig sabihin, tama. Kasi, bakit ka mo? Nandito na yung setter mo eh. Nandito na yung setter mo. Hindi na magdadala rito. Kapiraso na lang yun. Nandito na yung setter mo, dito ka na lang, banda rito ka na lang pumasok. Hindi na maisasagad ng dulo yun. Naintindihan?
Tara.
Let's go.
Well, let's see if Lisette Dawes can position herself for those middle hits, as Coach Boy was explaining to her the proper positioning.
Angelica Baquero in the house.
Part of that last UST championship team, which won in UAAP season 72. If Rida mishit there, head straight to the net.
Well, you know, you can see that UE is trying to, you know, risk it. Mabababa talaga, they want a sharp spike and a sharp serve. So, yun lang eh. More risk. Talagang ganyan ang nangyayari.
Masangkay, difficult back set. Dawes. Well, Dawes getting herself involved after getting her attention called on by head coach Boy Dalistan. But her team still down by 4, 13-9.
Oh, nice sharp serve from Masangkay.
Lantin, back set. Ortiz,
Oh.
denied by Dawes.
That is back-to-back errors coming from UST, and both from reaction on the second ball. Hindi naman mababa yung second ball, but look at their reaction. No one there for that second ball.
That's Dawes. Those are some sturdy arms blocking the running hit of Micah Ortiz. Judy Cabalejo, the captain, also playing in her final year for UST. Lantin, back set. Tunay.
Tunay using the blockers of UE at that point. Nice back set coming from Lauren Lantin.
Masangkay had to chase that one.
Oh, and a violation called against UST.
Lantin sets it up inside, goes Tunay.
Tunay surprised with that power tip.
So her team on top, 5-5, 16-11. You're watching UE versus UST, the second round of eliminations of UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball. You're looking at the UST camp, led of course by Coach Oji Mamon. 16-11 is our tally. Emoji, we were just told about a very exciting men's volleyball game.
Which are played before the women's games. Grabe naman tong FEU and UST game.
Oh, a rematch of the championship last year. FEU prevailing in their second round meeting in a game that lasted more than 2 hours.
Look, ano ba naman yung scores doon, Anton? Kaya naman 2 hours eh.
Look at this. 25-23, 26-24, 22-25, 22-25, and then an extension in the 5th set, 17-15, FEU defeats UST.
Talk about rivalry.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, with that win, FEU will tie NU at the top spot in the men's volleyball tournament. If you want to check the standings, just go to UAAPsports.tv.
We're gearing towards the end of the second round, so really exciting, and you know, the games are really important, both the men's and the women's division. So we invite all of you guys to come over and watch it live here at the arena.
The men's games start at 8 a.m. That's the first game, and then the second game, depending on how long the first game lasts normally on the average 9:30. That's when the second game starts.
Kaya gusto ko buhay volleyball. Dito lang ako, lunch break lang kung volleyball. Dream ko yan Gawin ko yan.
Meanwhile, UST has pulled away, making this their biggest lead here in the first set at 9. 20-11 is our tally. Lantin, one-handed set to Jessie De Leon.
And they have been using power tips to get the points. This time it's De Leon for UST.
This is an Oishi, oh wow, moment of the game. One more time, Lantin, one-handed set, Jessie De Leon up in the air. Oishi, oh wow, open up to everyday surprise.
Binigay mo yung spiker mo para hindi ka nawawala. Hindi na umalis si Antti sa service area. Receive ka, receive mo. Puro sa Ampere na punta Ano ba? Ikaw na lang, kunin mo na lang. Pag binigyan ka ni Grace, ibabawa mo na lang. Huwag mo ibaba. Ibabawa mo. Bayang mo sumekbo sa ibabaw. Huwag mo nang iikutan na gano'n mo. Ano? Huwag mo ikutan na gano'n. Dumiretso ka na lang.
Well, it's really a learning process for the Lady Warriors. Ang paganda nasa game situation talaga. So yung correction, right at that moment, as you hear Coach Boy Dalistan, really telling the girls anong mga mali nila, yung position nila. At saka yung pag-iisip, when you're a setter, you should know how many spikers you have, who your spikers are, and yung variety of spikes that they make. So you can draw up plays from that.
And on that last play, Masangkay set it up to the rookie, Christine Miralles, who was unable to get that ball across. Bunan from the back row. Lantin, difficult back set to Tunay. A joust at the top. Guevara beats Banaticla. Yeah.
What a strong girl. If you take a look at this once again, look at her go. And may swipe pa kasi yung kay Guevara. That's why mas magandang pinuntahan. Bumalik sa UST. Smart
And
move.
Guevara did it with just one arm while Banaticla had two hands up.
It's as if she was trying to go for the block.
Yeah.
But smartly, Guevara swiping it away.
Banaticla has really not been herself here. It's hard to believe that she's only averaging 5 points per game, Mosey.
Right. Yan ang nagiging problema ng UST. You have Banaticla with an average of 5 points. And Micah Ortiz on her last game with 4 points. I mean, how can you win? And as I've mentioned, we really expect the load coming from the three with Banaticla, Caballejo, and Micah Ortiz.
And just last year, Banaticla was number 2 in the best scoring list behind Rose Vargas. So this is a down year for Banaticla. But she's been dealing with
Injury,
sicknesses. Yeah.
sickness.
She missed that last game against UE. And then 2 games after that, the 2 games that followed, she was coming off the bench. It was just in the last game against LaSalle wherein she started for the first time since missing that first round game against UE.
Well, it's not yet late for UST. They have to first win this game, and then think about the succeeding games. Medyo gigantic task for them as they face NU still. They have Ateneo. I think they still have FEU.
Yeah, FU and NU. So very difficult schedule up ahead for UST. Now it would help if Banaticla can find her groove. Because we all know what Banaticla is capable of inside the volleyball court. UST set point already here in set number 1. Cabanos in the game. Lastimosa in the game as well. And that cross-court hit works. So good substitution by Coach Mamon as Cabanos connects with Pam Lastimosa. UST takes the first set, 25-14. This is UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Set against UE 25-14 in their second round matchup. And this time around, Maruban Antikla is in the fold for the Tigresses.
Well, in that first set, from the first technical timeout, okay pa yung UE.
Yeah.
They were hanging there. In fact, it was an 8-7. 8 for USD and 7 for UE. But after that, USD was able to score points from spikes from Micah Ortiz and from Caballejo and power tips from De Leon. And yun, medyo nahirapan na UE with their floor defense. As si Coach Boy, in the timeout said nga, yung positioning nila inside was in question. And again, doon na naman sa first set, you can see, yung UE talaga, they have the defense. They can put up the first ball. Yung offense nagkakaroon ng problema. And as you can see, offense, UST having 14, UE with only 9. But pretty good number for UE too. Yung service aces lang nakatulong pa sa UST with 4 aces coming from the late side.
Maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa Studio 23 at Don Rojas. Kasama si Mosey Ravena. We also have Judy Sayel and Selena Dagdag reporting for UE and UST respectively. Let's see if UE can try to turn things around here in set number 2. But UST starts it off once again with a Micah Ortiz running hit.
Somebody that see Micah Ortiz should really get herself involved in the game. And pretty nice connection there between Lantin and Ortiz. Kailangan niyang gawin nila ng gawin hanggang magsawa yung kalaban. They have to really extract every point that they could get from that play. Kasi yan yung forte ni Micah Ortiz eh. So, obviously, all the rest of the teams know na yun yung gagawin niya. So, si Micah has to find her way around it. Diba? The defense would always be there. It's not as if you can hide that running hit of Micah. Diba? Alam na nila kung kay Micah, most probably the running hit. But this time, it's a quick hit. And a quick coming from Micah.
And that works as well.
That was a big quick pala for Micah Ortiz on the other side. Yan ang dapat nila talagang gawin. Just to at least fool the blockers from time to time. Hindi nila pinuntahan yan for so many games.
All right, let's get an update right now on the UST side with this report from Selena Dagdag.
At this point of the game, Coach Audrey is able to point out that most of the Lady Warriors hits are down the line. And this is the reason why he encourages his Tigresses to tailor and to adjust their defense accordingly. He also reminds the Tigresses that it is vital for them to keep their eyes on UE Spiker. Lastly, sinabihan niya ang wing players niya na magdagdag ng buwelo sa kanilang pagsugod sa bola. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. A lot of smiles now from the UST side. However, UE does not look like a team that is playing with no pressure. It seems that they're dying to get that first win.
Yeah, but they know they still have the chance. Kaya nga minsan mas mahirap kalaban yung mga teams na alam nila nothing to lose anymore.
Lantin sets it up. Tunay. Guevara is able to keep it alive. It's a free ball for UST. Lantin. Back set. Tunay again.
Right into the net. Try to go for an angle. Nakita niya may blockers na dun eh. So, but not enough height on that hit.
You know, Mosey, one thing I'm noticing also with the UST side is that they don't really set the ball up as much to Maruban Antikla, which gives me the feeling that she's not 100% back to her old self yet. They're still trying to ease her back into the flow of things.
Oh, that's going to be overset, but Bulan with that lead, winning it over 2 UST players, huh?
These UE girls are strong. Remember in the first set, I forgot who player it was, but she was able to beat the UST blocker with just one hand by swiping it off.
Lastimosa this time, seeing
that there were 3 blockers in front first. Just went for that open area and no support from UE.
5-all. Masangkay goes for the drop ball. Does not work. Lantin pops it up. Caballejo blasting it through that UE double block. Let's go now to Judy Sarah.
Nasarin mo si gaya nga nagsabi nyo kanina, puro pagkakorek lang ang ginagawa ni Coach Boy sa Lady Warriors. Maliwanag ni Coach Boy kanina, hindi kasi inaayos ng Lady Warriors ang posisyon nila sa loob ng court. Dagdag pa niya, hindi buwang isip nila sa paglalaro. Sabi nga ni Coach kanina, pag nagkaka-error tayo, wagas. Wala kasi tayong hinihinip, kaya walang opensa. Panghuling sabi ni Coach, nakikipagbakbakan tayo, dapat mula umpisa hanggang huli. Anton?
Well, that has been the problem of UE. They allow the teams to really pull away. They can't stick to them.
Hindi ba stay, di ba, dun sa
Yeah,
umpisa?
sa
And
umpisa
then,
lang.
pag napuntusan na sila ng sunod-sunod, halos parang bumibitaw na sila. So, again, yung test of character yan for UE. Na laging ang kinikwento sa akin ni Coach Boy, yan kailangan mas lumakas pa ang loob ng Lady Warriors. Lagi nga niya sinasabi, Warriors nga tayo eh. They should live up to their name.
Remember, in that January 5 meeting, UE was already scoring in the 20s.
This time it's Dawis on that open hit. Kanina, it was Bulan to score 1.
And now, just like in the first set, we are tied at 7. But UE knows that they have to do more than just tie them early on in the set. Lantin, drop ball with just one hand, the left hand. Running hit.
Dug up well.
Yeah.
Oh, Nebrida.
Mike Ortiz asked for that one. Couldn't hit it properly though. Caballejo, cross court. She likes that one. Judy Caballejo, the captain, puts her squad up by 1, 8-7. As we will be back with more UAAP women's volleyball action live from the arena in San Juan City when we return. The arena in San Juan, our venue here in UAAP Season 75. This is the women's volleyball tournament. First game right now, UST versus UE. UST took the first set, defeating UE 25-14. But now here in this second set, UE once again staying close to UST early on.
See a lot of familiar faces. Kanina you saw Ange Tabaquero, you saw Kat Karangan, former UST players.
Kat Karangan was the second libero on the UST team last year.
And even mga nagtitext sa akin, John, pero mga UST alumni also enjoying and watching on TV in Studio 23. Siyempre gusto rin nila malaman what will happen to UST.
Yeah.
Diba? That's ano naman the reality is. They really have to work hard to get into that Final Four.
They've been somewhat of an enigma here in UAAP Season 75. After winning their first game of the season against LaSalle, they lost 2 straight to NU and then Ateneo, and then won 3 straight games, lost to FEU, won their first game of the second round against UP, and then lost in straight sets to LaSalle. So it's been up and down for UST.
Parang heartbeat lang eh, diba? Diba? Sa machine, up and down eh. Parang ECG. But really, because we say that because we're so used to seeing UST, at least at this point of the tournament, nandun na sila safely sa Final Four, either nasa second, nasa third place, or even for top spot. So, sanay tayo na nakikita silang gano'n. That's why we say that, na they really have to work hard and to be in the position where we are mas sanay to see them, di ba?
Well, if we're just going to take a look at last year's record for UST, they finished at 3rd place in the elimination round, 9 wins and 5 defeats. But at this point, with still 5 games remaining, including this one, if they lose one more time, they already matched their number of losses last year. So they could take a step back. And remember, we were already mentioning the tough schedule that they have ahead. That will really be a huge test for UST.
Coach Oji Mama now putting in.
The rookie, Nicole Gutierrez.
Yes, but Cabaños also, who was put in the latter portion of that first set, getting that last point with a connection with Pam Lastimosa.
Another rookie, Cabanos. So now it's a mixture of the veterans and the young guns on the UST side. Lastimosa in the fray. And even the libero, Rasmo, is also a rookie, so that's 3 rookies on the floor for UST.
Depende. Oh, what a lucky break there for the Lady Warriors. As the tape of the net helped them get the roll. Nebrida, ito si Nebrida, isa to sa matatapang na warrior for, na lumalaban dito kay Coach Boy Dalistan. I want her because every time you put up that ball, talagang she will hit it. Bihirang mag-drop ball.
And that's the second time we've seen Nebrida hit the ball in this game from the back row. So anywhere you put it up for Nebrida, she will go and chase it. Good hit there by Pam Lastimosa, avoiding that single block.
The side of coach, yes, it's Ponon and Manantala for Coach Boy Dalistan. Good dig.
Ponon back set. Miralles couldn't tip it over. Bulan now. Gutierrez sets it up. Caballejo.
Oh. Oh, that's going to be 4 touches. Miralles got to that ball. So again, yung floor defense ng UE, it's there. Yun lang they cannot run plays. Yung offense nila medyo hindi ganun ka-steady.
Banatika playing heavy minutes in this game.
And Bulan turned back.
The UST once again pulling away. They're up by 5, 16-11 as we head to the second technical timeout here in the second set. USD players enjoying themselves at this point of the game as they are up by 5 here in set number 2, looking to notch win number 6 here in UAAP season 75 to match FEU, who has at this point a 6-4 record and sit at the number 4 spot in the team standings. Bulan challenges that double block of UST. Nebrida, it's a free ball. Cabanos has to bend over for that one. Gutierrez!
And again, a combination play, although probably not the way they wanted it, but it's still a point for UST. May pagka-miss hit pa dun, but nevertheless, they get the point.
It's nice to see the rookies enjoying themselves. Gutierrez gets a point there for her team. Miralles had to stretch for that one. Couldn't get it over.
Lastimosa with the power tip. Just too much for the Lady Warriors.
Now when Maru was coming off the bench, it was Pam Lastimosa who was starting
right.
for Coach Oji Mamon.
But now together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cabanos got a facial there.
Oh, but UST still gets that one. And that's legal. And tumatawa naman siya. So I guess wasn't that painful.
Bulan was in full swing there.
It was way on top of the UST blockers.
The rookie just gamely smiling it off.
Yep.
Bulan flies in, drops that ball.
Well, Rasmo, a libero from the new libero of UST, given time by Coach Villet and Coach Oji Mamon.
Speaking of rookies being given time, Vasquez being given time by Coach Dalistan. A tough set there by Cabanos.
Oh, and poor read. Banaticla was looking at a teammate rather than looking at the ball. Take a look at it once again. Minsan din kasi mahirap when the person in front of you is already moving. It's like Gutierrez moved a little bit. So Maru was thinking parang she was committing to the reception pero over sa kanya. You always have to be prepared. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C.
7-point lead for UST.
Good serve. Pam Lastimosa getting an in.
Pam has been playing well for UST, averaging 6.4 points per game. As we take a look at the Shakey's fast serve, brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza.
Pam Lastimosa is one player from UST na alam ko can contribute. So it's just a matter of time. But now, again, you mentioned a while ago yung sense of urgency. Siya rin, with Banaticla and Micah Ortiz and Caballejo, yung kailangan kasama rin, I think, siya dun dun sa sense of urgency na yan, yung mindset for them to be able to at least, yung hit yung goal nila, to sweep all their games.
And the players that will remain with the team should also try and give the seniors a nice exit. Talking about Ortiz and Caballejo playing in their final seasons here.
Even with that high spike, gets the point. Much to the delight of our teammates.
Gutierrez and Cabanos. Short but sweet. Let's try to listen in.
Nangyari sa'yo? Lucet, pag pumalo rito, di ba, babla ka, ikaw center blocker. Yung kamay mo, huwag mo isasama papunta ron.
Mawawala kasi ako kayo.
Bakit ka mawawala sa kanya? Walang problema yun. Basta ang gagawin lang, diretso lang si Mitch. Diretso lang si Mitch. Ikaw, pag angat mo, hindi mo papupuntahin sa kanan yung kamay mo. Papupuntahin mo sa kaliwa. Sa liwa, kasi yung palo niya, pag pumalo ng diretso, kakapain ni Mitch eh. So, kung pipilitin niya, papunta dito eh.
Angat pa!
Sa kabila.
Angat pa!
Gusto mo naman, ano?
Well, it's all about reading the spiker from the other side of the net. Hindi kasi pwedeng pag nagbablock ka, wala, diretso lang yung jump, diretso lang yung block. No, you read where the ball is going. So, dyan na pumapasok yung mga tendencies ng opponent, di ba, sa scouting report. And yung body, where it is facing. Mababasa mo naman rarely do we see players, especially in the women's division, na yung talagang nagtutwist sa air unlike sa men's division. You see that every time. Pero sa women's division, rarely do you see spikers na mid-air nagtutwist. So usually kung saan nakaharap yan, dun yung palo. So that's what Coach Boy is saying. You should read how your opponent and where your opponent is targeting.
Guevara checks back in along with Grace Masangkay. Manansala and Abby Ponon go back to the bench. 23-15, UST on top. Masangkay goes for the drop ball. Dawis with a power tip.
That's right, Dawis quickly putting that away. Kita niya, papunta na si Micah, but look at her. Quickly with that swipe.
Dawis is one of the few players on this UE team that really plays with that warrior fighting spirit.
That was dug up well by Bulan.
She does not look intimidated. At meron siyang angas when
Oo.
she scores those points.
But she has already... Oh, she has had a lot of volleyball experience, but on that last play, nobody there. Everybody was looking at each other. Para bang, dead play na, di ba? Dead ball na pala.
And because of that miscue, UST is once again at set point. Ingrid Reyes off the bench as well, given time now by Coach Oji Mamon. Sharp serve.
Again, Bulan with the dig.
Nebrida and Ortiz and Lantin collaborating for that double block. Micah is enjoying herself as her team is just one set victory away from notching win number 6 in UAAP Season 75. Set number 3 coming up. Don't go away. Keep it right here on Studio 23. Two sets in the books, USD already. One step in the door to once again get back in the Final Four picture. That is their goal today with the win against UE, trying to match the record of FPU, 6 wins and 4 defeats. As we take a look at the set 2 statistics.
So look at the numbers. USD having 15 attack points. Not bad for UE. Ang thought with 11 attack points. Pero again, yung blocking ng USD is still there. And yung service point as lone point for USD. But then again, yung mga errors ng UE, although it was just 6 errors coming from them, pero yun yung, alam mo yung errors na nakakapangina. They were just looking at each other on the high second ball. Nobody getting the second ball. So, it's something na minsan yung kills the moment, kills your momentum. So, something na nawawala kayo dun sa sa groove. So, somebody has to step up on the side of UE. Yun ang nakikita ko, medyo wala tayong makitang leader inside the court. Could be Masangkay, should be Dawis. Nebrida, very quiet inside, but shows in her game how a fighter she is. Pero minsan, kailangan niya may maingay sa loob.
Yeah, a vocal leader.
Yes, a vocal leader inside that can really give instructions, yung particular adjustments.
Banatikla pops it up. Running hit again for Ortiz. They have went to that at the start of every set here so far. Lantin, Tunay flies in. We're seeing a lot of variety here in the offense of USD. And Banatikla is, well, she seems to be playing the decoy role here in this game.
This is really what USD should do. They should use this game to practice probably combination play. Sabi mo nga kanina, there are times na nawawala si Banatikla and she's just trying to get into the game of the usual normal game of USD. So this is the time. This is the time to go for combination plays, for plays that involves Maru.
As Maru at this point is at her favorite spot, ready for the open hit, but Lantin not setting it up for her, which really gives me the feeling that she's not yet back to her usual self.
100%.
Yeah, they don't want Maru to exert her body too much, to exert too much effort. All right, let's go now to Selena Dagdag.
As the third set rolls out, Coach Oji encourages his team to prioritize their defense and to be extra mindful of their timing when they execute their counterattacks. He commends his team for doing a persistent job and having a persistent performance during the first and second set, and encourages them to do exactly the same coming into the third set. He also reminds his players to block the ball properly. Dagdag ni Coach Oji, pag nagtutulungan kayo mag-block ng bola, diretso lang ang kamay at katawan kasi pag binabaluktot niyo ang katawan niyo, nagkakaroon ng butas sa depensa. Anton and Mosey.
Well, that's one of the aspects of UST's game that we noticed here today, parang mas matibay yung mga arms ng UE when it comes to blocking. As we saw several jousts a while ago, won by UE.
That's right. Again, it's really, this time, it should be the honing, kumbaga, of the skills, yung maliliit na things that you want to improve on. Especially that UST is going up against really good and strong teams. So yung maliliit na adjustments that they have to make, kasi yung mga errors na ganyan, you like joust at the net, you cannot just give it up. So, and free point ka agad. Oh, this is what we're talking about. This is what we miss about Maika Ortiz.
And I'm sure a lot of volleyball fans are really going to miss these types of plays. An Oishi, oh wow, moment of the game. One more time. Pure power, Maika Ortiz, Oishi, oh wow, open up to everyday surprises. Well, for sure, I'm going to miss those plays by Maika Ortiz, especially her running spike. Let's see if Ortiz can win another championship.
Well, you know, Maika Ortiz now doubling her output so far. 8 points already for her.
Well, she averages 11.3 per game. Number 10 in the best scorer rankings as of this point in the UAP. Let's go now to Judy Sarrell.
Isa lang ang nakikita ang problema ni Coach Boy sa Lady Warriors. At yun ang mindset nila. Sabi ni Coach kanina sa timeout, pag natalo kasi sa first set, napanghihinaan na agad sila. At di na lahat nagpe-perform ng tama sa mga susunod na set. Sabi naman ni Coach, nag-stuck lang kasi tayo sa kung anong puntos natin Ayaw natin umahon. Paalala na lang ni Coach kanina sa Lady Warriors na sa pagitan ng blocker ng kalaban magbato ng bola. Dagdag niya din, pumisisyon sila at bumabaho para makapuntos.
Maraming salamat, Judy.
Well, Coach Boy was right. Yun kanina, remember, in the timeout, or kay Selena, no? Selena said, yung butas daw ng blockers ng UST ang ingatan, sabi ni Coach Oji Mamon. Which, on the other side, yun naman na nakikita ni Coach Boy Dalistan. Talagang may butas. So, doon yung padaanin. Nakakatawa rin our coaches how they adjust to things.
And at this point, UST showing a better start here in this third set as they lead UE 8-3. Inyo pong napapanood ang UAP Season 75. Handog sa inyo ng ABS-CBN Sports, UAP Women's Volleyball Action. Maika Ortiz starting off this third set in spectacular fashion. And in the process, inspiring her teammates to follow her lead. And right now, UST leads UE 8-3 as they look to finish this game strong before embarking on a horrific last 4 games of the season. It's really a killer schedule when you look at it.
UE?
Sorry, UST. Killer schedule for them.
Talagang killer. Very gigantic task for them. But they can start by getting the confidence from this game. Especially if they get it in 3.
But then again, their schedule to start the season was also very heavy with LaSalle, NU, and then Ateneo.
Well, it gets to show you the teams are really getting stronger. Before, halos alam mo na sino magpa-Final Four. But now, no way. I think 6 teams are vying for that Final Four slots, and which makes every game now, kahit nung start ng second round pa lang, sinasabi ko na all the games really be exciting.
And just a couple of weeks ago, we didn't even think that FEU had a chance as they started the season 1-4, and then really turned things around with Coach Kid Santos. And
especially when you judge them on the first game they had with Coach Kid, you would think na wala na.
Kasi straight sets
tapos
against
na tong
NU.
FEU. Diba? But, you know, it was just a matter of time. Alam natin dahil si Coach Kid, really one of the pillars in in the volleyball, Philippine volleyball scene.
And perhaps FU will be watching our second game intently. LaSalle versus Adamson, because next on the schedule for Coach Kid Santos and FU is LaSalle.
Pwede mong matulog na raw dito. Dito na lang sa arena.
So, mark your calendars, Feb 3. That's a Sunday. FU's next game.
Well,
Then LaSalle University.
Well, mukhang mark every game day.
Yeah.
Well, Maru Banatikla, you were looking for that open hit, and she delivers one. Take a look at it once again. Look at that beautifully angled open hit.
All that's left for Maru to do is continue doing it. Be consistent.
Yes.
And that will really help the cause of UST. This is the number 2 scorer in last year's tournament, Maru Banatik. 6-point lead though for UST now. A different discussion we're having as compared to last season and this season, because for sure this season with UST beating LaSalle, it will be much easier for the rest of the teams in the league because there will be a Final Four.
That's right. And,
unlike last year, we kept talking about, will there be a Final Four? Will there be a sweep? This year, siguradong magkakaroon tayo ng Final Four. Thanks to UST.
And also, ang crucial doon nung natalo ng Ateneo ang LaSalle on the last game of the first round, because we all thought 6-0 ng Ateneo could also go for, diba, for a sweep. Pero after that, okay. Lahat din sila I'm sure all the teams nakahinga rin, okay. There is a Final Four.
Substitutions. Cortez in the ball game. Claudia Cortez, another rookie for Coach Oji Mamon. So again, Coach Oji going with a combination of veterans, sophomores, and a rookie in Cortez.
And I just heard him say Maru Dalaha. So, you know, he's trying to give Maru back that confidence that she had last year. And even from some of the games in the beginning of this tournament, medyo nawala kasi nga because as you've mentioned, yung on and off siya eh. Ang dami naging problema.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe that out of the 8 games that Maru has played here in UAP Season 75, she's only reached double digits twice. So, really, this is a down season for Maru.
Right.
But there's still a lot of time to find her groove.
And it will be yung when diba? When it comes. So I think this is the best time for Malu to get back to her game. But UE with that block.
And perhaps that's why Coach Oji told Maru to carry this team right now so that Maru can get used to it by the time they play Adamson in their next game.
And NU, and FU, and Ateneo.
Dawis!
Lisette Dawis with that gift.
Bringing the thunder.
With the running hit.
Look at that. Very active. Running hit and then goes right to the middle.
Yung transition niya sa offense, ibang klase, ang bilis.
Ebrida.
Oh, but a single block for Cortez.
That was a good one. Cortez.
Reading it right.
You know, Cortez might have a chance at the starting spot next year if she improves. Because remember, they're going to be losing Ortiz. And that middle hitter position will be a question mark.
That's why from time to time you'd really see her that she comes in for Coach Oji. Mukhang sinusubok-subukan na rin yan. You want her to feel the game. Even for experience alone in this season 75, you want her to get that.
building for the future. That's something that UST will do very, very soon. A lot of their key players are already in their 4th year, 5th year. Nebrida goes down the line. Masangkay, back set to Guevara. Coach Oji shouting from the sidelines, asking his players to communicate. Oh!
Oh, again, yung miscue, di ba, on the side of the Lady Warriors on the second ball. Bakit? Parang nagkakagulo sila pagka yung second ball, let's say, si Masangkay ang kumukuha ng first ball. Parang they're so dependent na second ball always goes to Masangkay. Parang may pangalan. Which shouldn't be the case. Kasi nga, from time to time, Masangkay would really get the first ball.
Masangkay, back set. Dawis.
Dawis with that powerful swipe. Don't look now.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-point lead make that 2-point lead for the Lady Tigresses.
And I can recall that 3rd set UST had against UP, when UP was able to win that one. And Coach Oji was really unhappy with the way UST played with so much complacency.
Oh, and a violation called against UST gives UE another point. Ito na yung sinasabi mo kanina, Anton. When they have a huge margin, they have the tendency to relax. At ito, relax nga talaga. So it's just a 1-point lead for them now, but now he's helping them, making it 2.
So, it looks like UE is putting up a strong fight here in the 3rd set. Find out whether they can steal one from UST when we return. Fans in the stands waiting for the 2nd matchup today. The Lady Falcons take on the defending champions, De La Salle University Lady Spikers. Adamson hoping to match Ateneo's record with a win today.
Caballero now enters. Mukhang may gustong ipagawa to si Coach Oji by sending in Caballero.
Coach Oji gave a chance to Maru to try to lead UST, and Maru continues to go to work. And now she gets a boost with Judy Caballero on the floor, but Caballero unable to handle that one.
It was actually a check ball, so Caballero had to go for that ball.
Very difficult adjustment to make. A 1 point separating the 2 squads here in this 3rd set. Lantin sets it up for Maru. Drop ball. Masangkay was there,
Good coverage for
Oh!
Masangkay, but ito na, UE tying up the game in this 3rd set.
Now, this is not the kind of play that you would want to see before embarking on a difficult schedule up ahead.
Shisha Nebrida sending it into the net. Okay, break for Uste.
Let's see if UST can boost themselves here.
Look at Nebrida. Kahit ano yan, basta itaas mo na. Should really try to hit it. Well, sa akin na, anyway, hindi na sila mapupunta sa Final Four. Ako, I would like Nebrida to practice that. To practice even the character itself. Yung ganun siya katapang. I'm sure she will bring that in the coming years.
Nebrida in her 3rd season for the University of the East. Lantin.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Parang hindi tayo sanay.
Diba ang sabi ko, bago ka humarap doon, sa harap doon, basahin mo kung ilan yung spiker mo. Nakita mo ba na frontline yung setter mo? Hindi. Di ba hindi? Kasi kung alam mong frontliner yung setter mo, sasabayan mo yun eh. Kaya kailangan ma-realize mo yung setter mo matangkad eh. Kailangan sabayan mo na sabayan yun. Guys, ang sinasabi ko, di ba, ilang beses tayo yun, ilang service error. Ano, pag umistor tayo, 16 all, tigil tayo doon.
Well, Coach Boy just frustrated because UE had a chance and then
Momentum breaker yan
Yeah.
eh. Yun yung sinasabi ko, yung mga tinginan nila dun sa second ball, yung mga itatay, katulad no, tied up kayo in 16 all, tapos biglang you commit an error on the serve, ah. So yun yung, although it's just one error, pero yung error na yun really puts you down and the entire team.
just a matter of trying to maintain that focus.
Bulan sending that long.
So a lot of unforced errors being committed by UE, and at this crucial stage, not helping them.
Yes.
Not helping their chances of trying to steal a set from UST. That's yet another error for UE. That really hurts.
Just too much freebies at the end of
Yeah.
this set given to the Lady Tigresses. Poor first ball, but still managed to drop a spike.
Caballero nearly got that one to go, but Bulan continues to fight for UE. De Leon denied by Dawis and Bulan. A joust at the top. This time, UST wins it. Lantin.
One of the few
Dawis,
times,
yeah.
yes, that UST has won at the net.
And against Dawis at that. I like what Lantin is doing right now,
Yes.
communicating as Cortez.
Giving instruction to the rookie. Oh, but De Leon with an error on the serve.
Hey, this is not over yet.
Oh yes.
UST commits a series of errors the same way UE did just a couple of moments ago, the story could change very quickly. Masangkay, back set, running hit
Oh.
by Dawis. She was denied.
And
Cortez.
Cortez once again, just looking so surprised with the.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that was a violation called the answer. So point goes to UE as we take a look at that. Koting Gigel net violation.
Sayang, andun eh.
So Ortiz now comes in for Coach Oji.
Somehow Maru was able to get that, but
I know.
referee
Oh,
says
ako
no.
rin, parang sabi ko, bad angle yun. So, UE gets another one. Yep.
If you're going to extend that antenna, it's surely going to hit.
Illegal. Oh, what a shoot from Masangkay. Nebrida, it was just too close to the net.
Lantin sets it up. Caballero. Uh-oh.
Oh! Not enough spin.
And now, Coach Oji calls for time.
Kumover si Judy to, tapos tinulak mo ng dulong-dulo dito, ha? Judy, di mo naman sinabi, hirap na hirap ka, tatapon mo ng gano'n. Pero ka na nasa gitna ka nilang pumalo, ha? Bakit apat na yung receiver? Tatlo lang yan eh, naging apat na. Isipan nyo lang. Pag may pumalo, coverage ha?
Well, Coach Oji just trying to wake up his girls. But with the way they're playing, this is not the type of game you want to see from your team if you're a UST fan.
Dapat yan,
Before,
go for a, kay Micah Ortiz, go for a running hit just to stop the bleeding.
All right, they do just that.
And they get, Micah gets the spot.
And like you said a while ago, Mosey, keep doing it. Keep going to Micah Ortiz as she is in the front row.
That's right. Squeeze out all the points that you can get from this, from Micah Ortiz, from your veteran.
Go for the high percentage shots. Dawi is from the weak side. Caballero was there. Nebrida avoided that double block. Lunay is just pushing that ball. Lantin had to adjust. Ortiz could not stretch for that.
That was too high, and Ortiz was already close to the net. Done. We are tied once again.
That's one thing that's also lacking from the UST side, the killer instinct. The ability to slam the door on an opponent.
Oh, and Caballero just nailing that one in. Got this differential attack.
Perhaps she heard what I said. Okay,
Killer
okay.
pa, yan na.
Okay. You got me.
That was a kill.
All right, UST now at match point. Let's see if they can really close it out.
Oh, chance for UST. Still playable. But a chance for UE to score.
Nebrida.
Oh, but UST getting it from defense. Taking this game in 3.
Finishing it with a double block. But good effort by UE in that last set.
What a game. What a third set for both UE and UST.
Good effort by UE, but in the end, it was UST finding a way to slam the door shut. A 3-set win for the Tigresses. We'll be back to put the finishing touches on this ball game. We have arrived at the conclusion of this volleyball game, and our Shakey's best player, brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza, is at courtside with Selena Dagdag.
Maru, kanina pa namin napapansin na kanina ka pa kinakausap ni Coach Oji from the sideline telling you to lead your team. Ano ba yung naging usapan niyo coming into this game?
Yung napag-usapan namin sa game namin ngayon is everyone should be a leader sa loob ng court. Since ako na lang yung senior na naiwan dun sa loob kanina, inask niya ako na ako yung mag-lead, ako yung magdala dun sa team. So ayun, parang ginawa ko naman na i-lead yung team.
Oo nga, nakita namin na nadala mo ng maayos yung team mo because we saw how well you and your entire team performed. Ano ba yung naging mindset ng mga Tigresses coming into this game?
Yung mindset namin today is ipanalo namin yung game. Actually, all remaining games na sa mga susunod, kailangan namin pinalo. Since nag-aalangan pa kami sa Final Four. So, yun yung goal namin na ma-win namin every game.
Maru, meron ka bang may gusto mga batiin? May gusto kang mag-team?
Una-una, hello sa family ko sa Laguna. Tapos, dun sa daddy ni Mela. Tapos, belated happy birthday sa mommy ni Ate Mike. Hello sa kapatid ni Ate Lorraine sa Pata. Tapos, belated happy birthday sa kapatid ni Ate Judy Sigayan. Tapos, hello kay Mami Abby, kay Dan, kay Aye. Saka sa lahat sa condo, si Ate Janet. Saka lahat-lahat yun na.
Thank you, Maru. Tsaka congratulations sa lahat. Back to you, Anton and Mosey.
That was Maru Banatikla, our Shakey's best player of the game, brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza. Well, she deserves to greet everybody she desires to greet.
Grabe memory,
By the way, happy birthday also to the following people: Mr. Ben Gamboa, Rico Bayuga, San Juan Arena's Gabby Martin, and Lloyd Villamor. And I think it's also the birthday of Phil Kainglet today.
Wow, happy birthday to all of you.
All right, up next, we have De La Salle University facing off against Adamson University. A very crucial matchup. Adamson looks to match Ateneo's 7-3 win-loss card should they defeat the defending champions. So, on behalf of our director Abet Ramos, courtside reporters Judy Saran, Selena Dagat, my partner Mosey Ravena, I'm Anton Roa saying thank you so much for tuning into our exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of the UAAP. Stick around because up next we have Adamson and LaSalle.